The U.S. Maritime Administration has issued Advisory 2026-001 following a tactical escalation on February 3rd, where IRGC fast attack craft and a Mohajer 6 drone approached the tanker Stena Imperative. Iranian forces threatened to board and seize the vessel before U.S. military assets, including the USS McFaul destroyer and air support, responded to the situation. The incident has raised concerns about commercial shipping security in the region. The Strait of Hormuz is the single most important choke point in the global energy system. At its narrowest, the shipping lanes are only 2 miles wide, yet they facilitate the transit of approximately 21 million barrels of oil daily, and that's roughly 20% of the world's petroleum consumption. Unlike other regions, there are no viable immediate alternatives because the existing pipelines through Saudi Arabia and the UAE can only handle a fraction of this volume. When we talk about energy prices, a physical blockade would immediately remove 1/5 of the world's oil supply. Such a disruption would cause significant price spikes in global oil markets, though exact projections vary. Then there's the impact on Asia and Europe. The strait is the primary exit for Qatari liquefied natural gas, or LNG. A closure would halt a significant portion of the global LNG supply, and that could threaten energy security in nations like Japan, South Korea, and Germany. There's also the logistics challenge to consider. A total closure would force global trade to reroute around the Cape of Good Hope, adding roughly 14 days and substantial fuel costs to every voyage, and that would disrupt just-in-time supply chains for electronics and automotive parts. A sustained closure of the Strait of Hormuz is not merely a regional crisis, it's a threat to global economic stability. The ripple effects would be significant and far-reaching. First, there's the inflation concern. A sudden spike in energy prices would trigger inflationary pressure. Central banks would face difficult choices about monetary policy, potentially impacting global economic growth. Financial markets would likely experience volatility as investors seek safe haven assets. Second, there's the food security issue. Modern agriculture depends heavily on petroleum for fertilizers and transport, so a spike in fuel costs translates to higher food prices. For lower-income nations in North Africa and South Asia, this could create serious economic hardship and potential social instability. Third, there's the broader maritime impact. If commercial shipping in the strait becomes too risky or expensive, shipping companies might seek alternative routes or regional trade arrangements, potentially affecting global trade patterns and consumer prices. The U.S. administration maintains that freedom of navigation is a fundamental principle of international law. U.S. officials argue that Iranian actions in the strait threaten this principle and could set precedents for other strategic waterways. Iran maintains that U.S. military presence in the Persian Gulf creates instability. Iranian officials assert their right to monitor vessels in what they consider their territorial waters. Their position reflects a view that if sanctions restrict Iranian oil exports, they have leverage over the broader flow of oil through the strait. Maritime security experts suggest Iran may be pursuing a strategy that focuses on raising the costs and risks of shipping rather than seeking direct military confrontation. Some analysts note that even without a complete blockade, increased security costs and insurance premiums could significantly impact commercial shipping patterns. The current situation follows years of escalating tensions in the region. In June 2025, Operation Midnight Hammer saw US forces strike Iranian nuclear facilities. Iran has responded by developing asymmetric naval capabilities, including drone technology and swarm tactics using fast boats. Recent incidents demonstrate Iran's evolving maritime strategy and the ongoing challenge of securing one of the world's most critical waterways.